Okay, yo, this is another driving to work special. I gotta find some other time that I remember to do these Jones. Uh, so I'm over here. I live in Delaware now. I used to live in Philly. Let me snooze this alarm to stop me here. So I don't know what made me just want to hop on here and tell some of the story. This past year has been rough. I moved back in with my family and stuff. Um, After like kind of being estranged, or not estranged but a little bit, for the past like 12 years, right? Down in Delaware after living in Philly for a long time, in the Philly suburbs, for a long time. So it's a different way of life, man. And this is I guess it's partly going into like how I feel after quitting smoking, and quitting drinking too. I was drinking a lot at one point to deal with depression and stuff. And I mean, it was to have a good time too. Don't get me wrong. Like I definitely would drink to have a good time in general. But people like me take it overboard sometimes, or a lot of time when you get used to drinking it a lot and smoking weed. If you smoke weed and you drink, overdoing those two things goes hand in hand. Um, and I'm just reflecting on all the time I wasted. You know what I mean? All the time I wasted on my potential. It sucks to think about looking back. Um, am I glad I ultimately got myself out of that? Yeah, but do I wish I never would have put myself through that? 100%. Wish I would have stopped earlier. Shoulda, coulda, woulda type shit. You know. With that, there is only. I mean, I can only really go up. I mean, I didn't. I'm not regressing. I'm trying to progress in my life. Um, Want to start my own business eventually, no matter what that is going to be. My first thought has always been landscaping, grass cutting, weed whacking, uh, the whole nine, taking care of your lawn, with fertilizing, all that stuff, making flower beds, planting. I can do all that stuff easily. It's very easy to me anyway. And I've been relatively good at it since I was a kid. So, I was cutting neighbors' lawns and stuff like that, getting paid a little couple bucks here and there. Did I ever go into business for myself? I wish I would have earlier, like I said, but I was too busy wasting time, trying to have a good time, instead of looking at the future. So, if anybody watches this and is 20, 21, 22, don't go for the party, man. Don't go for the having a good time, not a long time thing. Because when and if, which you will probably get to my age, which is 31 going on 32, you're not gonna want to be in a position where at one point you're living paycheck to paycheck, and if God forbid you lose your job, which I've been through losing my job, I've been through rage quitting my job without having another one. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be there in that position. I can tell you firsthand, it sucks. Because then you're wondering how you're gonna, especially have a kid. You have a kid, you got to worry about all this other stuff. You can't just worry about you in the moment, and how your feelings are. And it's hard to say. It's easier said than done, but it's true. You don't want to be in the position where you can't figure out how you're gonna provide for your kid, let alone yourself. And it sucks. So that's why I'm back with my family and shit, my people. They said, all right, come on, you can come save some bread up till you get your shit situated. You know what I mean? You can get your own place, blah 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 blah. And it was like a month after living with them, maybe 2 months. Yeah, 2 months living with them, I decided I'm gonna quit all my vices at the time. which was really just drinking beer and smoking weed. And yeah, I mean, I felt like that's kind of a thing I should do either way. If I'm a 31-year-old that has to back up with his people, I shouldn't be spending money on drinking or smoking. I can't afford the day-to-day. Well, I could afford the day-to-day, but I was barely scratching by. Always late on rent, always late on bills, overdue. Just struggling. And I look back and I'm like, if I didn't have all these vices, I say all these, but if I didn't have those vices, I'd have been way better off. First of all, financially. Second of all, mentally, to be able to financially manage things. Because when you're drunk and high all the time, you kind of just let everything go by the wayside. You don't think so in the moment, but you definitely do. That's your way of coping. You don't want to, you don't have to deal with this shit right now. So you just kind of drink, roll up, whatever, and feel good, but ultimately your problems are still going to be there. Your bills are still going to be there. Your kid is still going to be there. Hopefully, what I mean? Like, because your spouse might not be there, what I mean? When you get wrapped up in all that shit. Looking back, drinking, smoking, I mean, I had other issues with other things back in the day, substances. Man, I couldn't tell you how I'm looking back and realize I missed out on so many opportunities, potential relationships, all because I was too in my own bag, and I'm like, damn, man, like, what if I would have stopped and thought about that back then? But you don't when you're younger and you're in the moment. You just don't. But that's I don't know. Like, I don't even know what the point of this video is besides, don't chase the good feeling, the short-lived good feeling. Because in the long run, you're going to feel worse. You're going to feel worse. I mean, this is advice to myself as well. You know what I mean? Because where I'm at isn't horrible, but it's definitely not where I saw myself at 31. It really isn't. I don't know where I saw myself, but I saw myself more ahead in life than this. It's just crazy, man. Life goes on, though. Working at this place for this guy, window cleaning company. I'm like one of the number one guys there, though. So I have my own team with me. Like, I'm as stupid as it sounds. I mean, I don't know. I downplay it, but yeah, I mean, I am a crew leader there. I'm the one who shows up every day, never late. I don't even think I took a sick day this year. You know what I mean? Which is, knock on wood. I don't want to get sick, but I know I'm that guy. And the boss's son worked there, y'all. I mean, he just stopped working there because whatever issues he be having, he's out for a while or whatever. I don't know. If y'all see this, which I doubt it, if you know. But I'm the one that lives 15 minutes from the job, and my boss can count on and all this stuff to handle everything. That when he's away, or long days, or not just one job, sometimes we're window cleaning mansions and high profile people, Joe Biden's neighbors and stuff like that, like whatever you think of Joe Biden, whatever, in his neighborhood, so it's up there in class. And then that's the other thing, when I get up in these people's cribs and I'm like, where the fuck did I go wrong? Where I'm over here cleaning these people who can afford to pay $2,000 to get all the windows in their house cleaned in and out. And yes, it is a lot. I mean, it's some people have huge houses. I'm like, why couldn't this be me? But then it's like I gotta look at myself and remember that comparison is the thief of joy, or whatever they say, something like that. And but is it though? Because I mean, I don't know. I could be worse off. That's what I'm trying to say. I could compare myself to somebody who didn't give a shit and everything went wrong still, and they just in a worse situation. I could be on the street. I could be less fortunate, to not have family and friends to kind of count on in rough times financially. I could. So I'm grateful. At the same time, I'm hopeful for the future, man. I gotta get my shit figured out where I can be successful, and I would like to say that some people, substances, especially weed, you look at people who are famous or rich and they smoke weed all the time. They can do it, why can't I? Turns out not everybody is the same, man. Like, not everybody can handle things the same. And I'm one of them. I can smoke weed with the best of them, man. I can drink people under the table. But can I function? And I mean function by still get everything done, still manage my finances, still manage my relationships, and progress? No. I stay stagnant, if anything, if I'm doing that shit too much. It's just what it is. And I'm just glad I realized it for myself, y'all. But yeah, I just pulled into work, so it's gonna be a day. It's Friday though, so woo woo. Yeah. Make sure my coffee don't spill. My cup holders are broken. So, but yeah, y'all. I don't know. This is a little tidbit. That was like a little video journal, I guess. I don't really know. It wasn't really a meaningful video, but that's just what I'm feeling today, yo. But yeah, y'all have a blessed day. If y'all watching, stay blessed.